Adios, hola! It is so good to see you on this amazing day, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you! Except we hope that it's the good side of the 4th and not the dark side. Exactly. We are so excited to see you again and to teach you about Cinquains. You might be asking yourself, what is a cinquain? Well, let us tell you. So, a cinquain is a 5-line poem describing a single word. You might want to think about that. That cinquain sounds a lot like cinco. So there's where your 5 lines are coming from. And each line uses a certain structure or part of speech to describe the word. So if you're thinking of those parts of speech, you're thinking about adjectives, you're thinking about adverbs, you're thinking about verbs, nouns. We're going to teach you how to use those different parts of speech in your cinquain. Each line also has a specific number of syllables. Okay, this is tricky because if you want to challenge yourself, you can use the syllables, but not all of the cinquains use them. So if you want to add a little added challenge, use the syllables. If not, that is totally okay too. There's a lot of freedom with cinquains, as you will see. Okay, so your first line, you want to put down the word that you want to describe. If you're going with syllables, you're going to have 2 syllables. So think of a noun, right? The person, place, or thing that you want to describe. So we picked Yoda in honor of May the 4th. Then you want to have 2 adjectives that describe that word. Remember, adjectives are words that describe a noun. These are going to be 4 syllables if you're working with syllables. So we have greenish and ancient, 4 syllables. Then you want 3 ing words that describe the word in action. So these aren't exactly adjectives per se. These are verbs that you add ing to. And a special name for these is called participle. When you take an action word, which is a verb, and you add ing and use it to describe another word, it is a participle. A water bottle, a popsicle. We described words using popsicles. No, Tina, we describe them using participles. So, for example, Tina, what is something that you like to do? Eat. I like to eat a lot. Okay, so we want to describe Tina as someone who likes to eat a lot. We could describe her as that, or we could take the verb eat, add ing, and put it in front of Tina. So we have eating Tina. Now we have an adjective or participle that describes Miss Tina. Oh, I totally understand. So here we took some verbs like force, teach, and croak, and we added ing. Forcing, teaching, and croaking. Croaking like this, like Yoda likes to do. Exactly. Then on our next line, you have 4 emotion words or 1 phrase. Your phrase can be 4 words long, or your phrase can be as long as you would like. We will give you some freedom here in this as well. And if you're going with that syllable model, you want to have your phrase have 8 syllables. So here we have do or do not. There is no try. 8-syllable phrase. And then for your last line, you want another word or noun that is the same as the word above, okay? So like a synonym. So a synonym that we picked for Yoda was master. Yes, I want Yoda to be my master. Oh, maybe someday when you become a Jedi Llama. That would be amazing. So we have Yoda, greenish, ancient, forcing, teaching, croaking. Do or do not, there is no try. Master. Wow, this is so much fun to write these cinquains. So Tina was able to write some more examples for you to inspire you to write some cinquains. She has baby Yoda, cute green, flying, forcing, toddling. Watch out for his forceful pod, amazing alien. And you'll see here that in this sentence, we just made it a phrase that described baby Yoda. So you have the freedom to make that as long or short as you want. Darth Vader, dark destroyer, exploding, forcing, fighting. He is Luke's father. Anakin. So that one we stuck with the traditional model, and we have those 4 words right there. Jabba the Hutt, ginormous, gelatinous, bellowing, capturing. Bet you can't defeat him. Criminal. He sounds terrifying. Don't worry, you can't defeat him though, Tina. All right, so if you need inspiration for what to write about, because now it's your turn, you can pick something from Star Wars. And we gave you a bunch of options for some things you can write about, but you can also think of some as well. We're so excited to see all of the cinquains that you are writing. Please let us know if you have any questions at all, okay? Because we are super here to help you, aren't we, Tina? Yes, we are so much. All right, we shall see you later when we describe to you how to write these cinquains, and may the 4th be with you. using the template provided. I'm going to use my reading program and editing program on my computer to do this. You can also print this out and fill it out as well if that's something you'd prefer. So my name. It's May the 4th, 20. The topic of my cinquain is going to be, we're going to go with coffee because I love coffee and I wrote a bunch of poems about Star Wars for our presentation today. So coffee is bittersweet. And nope, that's verb. It is delicious. Verbs. So remember, you want these verbs. It can't be like amazing because that's technically an adjective. You want to think of the action and then add ing. So I'm going to do energizing because it's giving someone energy. It's providing that action. It's a good participle there. We're going to do, what are some other things that coffee does that's amazing? Mind-blowing and warming. It warms you up, right? So good. Cinnamon for coffee is a latte. And forward feelings phrase. Coffee makes my mornings complete. There we go. Oh no, that's not 4 words. Silly me. You can also do more than 4 words if you want, but I'm going to try to make it fit into the 4. But sweet. Even though it is awesome, it is not a proper noun. Love is sweet coffee. So here we go. We have, I'm going to type it down to here. Coffee is bittersweet, delicious, energizing, mind-blowing, and warming. Love is sweet. All right, so then I'm done with my poem. I'm going to show you how to do the syllable poem and then show you how to type this onto your poetry portfolio. So stay tuned for that. Syllable cinquain. So you're going to want to be counting those syllables, right? So for my syllable cinquain, I am going to write about Tina, always, because her name is also 2 syllables. So I'm making sure I'm still having that noun as my topic. And then for my adjectives here, I still want to have 2 adjectives that are both 2 syllables long. So 2 words that describe Tina that are 2 syllables. So I'm going to go with fluffy, and then I can't do cute, and ooh. What is another one? We're going to go with, I just had one, furry. She's very fluffy and furry. Okay, so then I need 6 syllables. So I'm going to count out that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with some verbs. So I'm going to use those ing verbs once again. So Tina is helping, teaching, and loving. And those are helping 1, 2, teaching 3, 4, loving 5, 6. There's my 6 syllables. And then I need a sentence about Tina that is 8 syllables long. Let's see. The best llama in the whole world. And down here I'm going to do llama because that's a synonym for Tina. And there we are. So now I'm going to copy this into my poetry portfolio. Okay, friends, so this is a mini example of how to access your portfolio, because remember, you're not going to go to Google Classroom anymore because you will not be able to find the one you've already been working on. You want to go into your Drive and just search Poetry Portfolio. And you're going to see, for me, a bunch of people's names come up, like Abby's and Adams, and also a bunch of templates. So I would click on my name, which hopefully would show up in your Drive, and then you can just start editing your poetry portfolio and adding to it. And you're going to go to the Cinquains part of your portfolio today to do that. Let's see if I can give you an example of that. Going to my template. So this one, if it still says Tina's poetry portfolio, unless you haven't changed it, it's probably not where you want to be. This is just a template example. So then I'm going to go down to Cinquains and start writing my poem down here. So remember, I wrote about Tina, and then I would get started. So that's just a little example just to make sure that you don't get stuck finding your poetry portfolio. But if you're still stuck, just email me too, and I can share it with you so you can find it again. All right. Thanks, guys.